Hi, Fraser. Welcome again to our Power Wednesday segment. And today I have a question. In case a donut is in front of you, what are you going to see the most? Is it the hole in between or the entire donut? You see, when it comes to life, most of us are handed over a donut, and many people will see the donut in two different ways. Some people will see the entire donut and look forward into enjoying it and utilize the opportunity they have. But some other people, they won't see the donut except the hole in between. And the people who see the hole in between, guess what do? They complain a lot. They're not grateful no matter what the situation they're going through or what. But what they will do most of the time, they will complain about that. But the people who will see the donut as the donut outside are the people who will be grateful no matter how bad the situation is. And from that same situation, they will decide to move ahead and make their lives better. Let me give you two examples today for the sake of our discussion and because of time. Number one is a story about the king who only had a daughter and wanted to pass on his kingdom to another king. So to do that, he summoned all the young men in his kingdom beside the pond, and that pond had a lot of crocodiles inside. And he told the young men that any boy, a man will be able to swim from one point to the end without being eaten alive by the crocodiles, is the one who's going to be the king of that country. Not only that, but also he's going to marry the king's daughter. So these young men were summoned and they came to the pond, but many of them were doing risky calculations. But what if I go and halfway I'm eaten by crocodiles? What if I don't make to the end? And no one was daring even to get in the water. Lo and behold, some people started shouting and cheering. And when people looked in the pond, they saw a young man swimming across the pond. And the young man, once he reached the end of the pond, the king was very happy. He called the young man and people were cheering and everything. But this young man was not happy at all. When he was asked what's going on, look, now you have an opportunity to marry the king's daughter and you are the next heir. You're going to be the next king in this kingdom. He said, before I say anything, I just want to know who is that person who pushed me into the pond. You see, to him, he just saw the hole in the donut. Instead of celebrating the entire donut, which he was going to eat and enjoy, he was just looking at the faults of the person who pushed him into the pond. Even though by doing that, this man became successful. He was going to be the king and marry the king's daughter. Have you ever been in such a situation before whereby things were not okay, things were not bad? Things were bad, were not okay. But you can use the same situation for better. You can use the same situation to be your opportunity. Many of the times we are faced with such situations. The second one I told you too, I'm going to give you a story about a guy called Iglesias. When you hear Iglesias, most of us people, we know Enrique Iglesias. And we know the song Hero is one of the famous songs. But we don't know about his father, who was formerly a football player of Real Madrid team. His father, during his football career, he broke his leg and he was taken to hospital. He laid there for so long, as most of you know, the treatment when you have a bone fracture in your feet. It takes so long to stay in the hospital. So this man, he used this opportunity to learn how to play guitar and write music songs. Today, the Iglesias I'm talking about has sold more than 100 million copies. He's the most successful musician in the world. But he didn't go to the hospital as a musician. He went there as a footballer who had an accident and had to stay for so long in the hospital for treatment. Instead, he used his bad day, he used his bad news to change and make it a good news. My dear friends, I don't know what you're going through right now. Probably you have lost your business because of the pandemic or COVID-19. Probably you have been laid off in the office. Probably you have lost your job, or maybe business has gone down. I'm not saying this is the time to celebrate. What I'm saying is you have in your hand a donut. It has a big hole, but also there's another opportunity surrounding that hole. If you're going to be very careful and look at the opportunity, you might use the same situation and come out victorious than other people who are probably complaining and thinking that this is the end of their lives. And as always, my friends, if you have more comments and anything we can help us change your situations which we are going through right now, please leave your comment. And as always, if this is your first time to visit our channel, please remember to subscribe. And if you find value in this video, please share it to your friends. But as always, remember, the war is not won until the last battle. So you keep on fighting because you are champion. Thank you.